children. Good evening. It is the end of our week together. It's Friday. I have Spot and Little Mouse with me, and I'm so happy you're here with me this evening. I have two books to read. They're going to be quite different. This one is full of letters and words, and my other book has no words. But both of them tell a story. This is kind of a silly story. You know this one too. Chicka chicka boom boom. Will you please read with me about all the letters going up the coconut tree? Chicka chicka boom boom. This one's really fun to read. I love the sound of all the letters and words. Oh, there's the whole alphabet. Let's sing the alphabet. Sing with me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. I love the alphabet. And remember, for every letter, there's a capital one. Sometimes we say capital or uppercase. And there's a lowercase one. Like a big one and a little one. Almost like the big one's the mom or the dad and the little one's the baby. So let's see what happens when the little letters go up the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom. Chicka chicka boom boom. A told B and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. And we said D to E, F, G, I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? Here comes H up the coconut tree. And I and J and tag along K, all on their way up the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? Look who's coming! L, M, N, O, P, and Q, R, S, and T, U, V. Still more! W, X, Y, Z, Y, Z. All on the way up the coconut tree when... Oh! No! Chicka chicka boom! Boom! They all fell down. Skip, scat, scoodle, doo, flip, flop, flee. Everybody running to the coconut tree. Mamas and papas and uncles and aunts hug their little dears and dust off their pants. Help us up, cried ABC. Next from the pile up, skinny D. Stub toe E, patched up F. Then comes G, all out of breath. H is tangled up with I. J and K are about to cry. And L is knotted like a tie. M is looped and N is stooped and O is twisted alley-oop. Skip, scat, scoodle, doop, flip, flop, flee. Oh! Look who's coming! It's Black-Eyed P, Q-R-S, and Loose Tooth T. Then U-V-W, wiggle, jiggle, free. Last to come, it's X-Y-Z, and the sun goes down on the coconut tree. But, chicka, chicka, boom, boom, look! There's a full moon. A is out of bed, and this is what he said. Dare, double dare, you can't catch me. I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. And there are all the letters. I love that. Wouldn't you like to go up the coconut tree with those letters? By the light of the full moon. That one's just so fun. I love the part where it says M is looped and N is stooped and O is twisted alley-oop. Can you say alley-oop? I've read that book a lot. Can you tell? I love that story. All right, Chica Chica Boom Boom. So that one has a lot of words in it. These are all words. That's how I knew what to say. All these words and letters. But our next book is one with no words. Children, do you remember when I told you the story of the boy and the airplane? I love this book. So remember, he gets an airplane and he throws it. Where does it land? Do you remember? It lands on the roof. And he tries to get it down. Remember, he jumps, he tries squirting it with a hose, he tries with a ladder. And then, what does he do? He plants a seed. And he waits for the tree to grow. And then finally, when he's a very old man, the tree is tall enough and he climbs up the tree and gets his airplane. And then at the end, he gives his airplane to a little girl. I want you to remember that because there's going to be a clue somewhere in this book, which is written by the same author. Can't see the author, I'll look at it. The red airplane comes back. So look carefully to see if you can see that red airplane. Now, we know that preschoolers, you can read books. You don't read them in the same way I do. If you were reading this book about a train, you would tell the story by looking at the pictures and making up what's happening. I'm going to do that now because this book doesn't have any words, but I'll tell you the story. This is called The Girl and the Green Bicycle. Those are the only words. The Girl and the Bicycle. And it's written by Mark Pett, who is the same person who wrote The Boy and the Airplane. Once upon a time, a little girl and her brother were walking down the street. Come on, brother, let's go home. When, all of a sudden, in the window of the toy store, the girl saw the most amazing thing she'd ever seen. It was a green bicycle, shiny and green and so perfect. Oh, she said, that bicycle. I wish I could have that bicycle. Quickly, she said. She grabbed her brother's hand and she ran home as fast as she could. Maybe I have enough money. Let's see. She dumped out her piggy bank and she counted her coins. 1, 2, 3. That's not enough, she said. So she searched her home. She looked in the washing machine to see if there were any coins. She climbed in. She took off all the cushions off the couch to see if she could find any money that might have fallen down the couch. Then she decided that she would earn the money for that beautiful green bicycle. So she had a lemonade stand. Lemonade for sale! Lemonade for sale! And then she had a toy stand and she sold her toys. Toys for sale! Toys for sale! More than anything, she wanted that bicycle. Every time she got some money from the lemonade or from the toys, she put the coins in her piggy bank. She worked very hard, but still, it wasn't enough money. She sat under a tree in the backyard and thought. That tree reminds me of the boy's tree from the airplane. Oh, and suddenly she had an idea. With all those leaves, she thought, I'll rake the leaves. So she took a rake from her garage and she went to the neighbors and she said, I am trying to earn money for a bicycle. May I please rake your leaves? The first neighbor said, no, thank you. We don't need anyone. The next one said, no, thank you, but we're fine. We're going to rake our own leaves. But then she came to the home of another woman. And this woman said, yes, thank you. Why don't you come and rake my leaves? So the little girl worked very hard. And she raked, and she raked, and she raked, and she filled 3 enormous bags with leaves. 1, 2, 3. It's fall. This is autumn when the leaves fall. We don't have that as much here. And then it turned into winter, and the little girl still helped the woman. This time she's inside and she's dusting the woman's house, and here she's shoveling the snow. The little girl worked every day doing jobs to earn money for her green bicycle. And the woman's bringing her some hot chocolate, 2 cups of hot chocolate. I think they're becoming friends. In the springtime, they planted seeds together in the garden. Children, did you notice something on this page? Look, in the garage, do you see the red airplane? And look, the woman is looking at a photograph of the old man. Do you think this woman was the little girl? And that was her grandfather? That's what I think. I think that was her grandfather, and she still has the red airplane. But this little girl kept on working. She was clipping the hedges. She did every job she could. And every week she went back to the toy store and looked in the window at that green bicycle that she loved so, so much. She's not giving up, is she? She is working so hard. And then, one day, when she was counting her money, she counted her coins, and she counted them again, and she counted them again. Oh, I have enough, she said. I have enough money. I can buy the green bicycle. Quickly, brother, quickly. She put all the money in her purse. She grabbed her brother's hand, and they ran as fast as they could. Out the door, down the street, all the way to the toy store. I can buy the green bicycle. She's worked so hard for it. I can buy it. They ran to the store. But when they looked in the window, the bicycle was gone. It wasn't there. How do you think she's feeling right now? Show me on your face. Probably really disappointed and sad. She's worked so hard, raking the leaves and shoveling snow and doing all the jobs and counting all her money and collecting it and never giving up. So what's she going to do? The bicycle's gone, she said. But then she noticed something else in the window. It was another bicycle. It was too little for her. It was a tricycle. Who do you think would fit on the tricycle? Her brother. So she took all her money and she went into the store. Here she is thinking, well, she's thinking about it first. And then she went into the store with her brother. And what do you think she bought? she bought the bicycle. Her brother couldn't believe it. He never thought that he would get a bike. He jumped up and down. Oh, he said, oh, is that for me? I get a bicycle? He was so happy. He got on the bicycle and he rode and he rode and he rode and he loved it. And his little feet went faster and faster. And the little girl, his sister, watched him. And although she was disappointed, suddenly she started to feel better. And her heart felt full again. And she started to feel happy because she could see how happy her brother was. And he loved his little tricycle. They rode by the woman. There's the woman where she did all the jobs for that woman in the garden, in her home. Hi, she said. My brother has a new bicycle. And then the woman said, sweetie, can you come in here for a little bit, just for a moment? The little girl said, okay, I'll help you. She thought that there was another job for her to do. But when she went into the yard, there, on the grass, was the green bicycle with a bow on it. The little girl couldn't believe it. Is that for me? Oh, she said, thank you. And then she couldn't help herself. She jumped on that bike and she rode. And it was the most wonderful feeling. Oh, she said, thank you, thank you, thank you. And she rode after her brother. And then back, and she gave the woman the biggest hug. Thank you, she said. And the woman told her, thank you. And that's the end. Oh, isn't that a sweet story? I love how she worked so hard for that bicycle. She didn't have enough money, but she didn't give up. She kept doing work and more work and more work. And then when the bike was gone, even though she was so disappointed, she chose something for her brother. And she realized that when you give something, that can feel so good as well. And then the woman surprised her with the bicycle. And I think the woman loved the little girl and saw how hard she was working and just wanted to tell her in this way that she loved her. So that's a very sweet story. So children, remember, it always can feel so good to give and to share. We talk a lot about that in preschool. So this weekend, when you're home, think of something that you can do that helps someone or makes someone else happy, and then see how that makes you feel. I bet you're going to see that that feels really good. All right, children, I hope you have a lovely weekend. Next week is spring break, which means we don't have school. It's kind of funny. So for a week, I won't be having preschool like we usually do in the mornings on the computer or on your little tablets. But then after spring break, we're going to learn all about insects. So maybe next week, when you're on spring break at home, start to look for any insects. Maybe there's some in your home, maybe there's some outside. And when we come together again, we will learn about insects, and a very special one that starts with the letter L. All right, Spot, where did Mouse go? Oh, Mouse, say goodbye to the children. Woof, woof, squeak, squeak. Bye, good night.